welcome. Welcome. I am Noris, your coach, your friend. Thanks for joining me today. I want to share with you how I'm going to embrace today, that is Cinco de Mayo, and just enjoy Latin fusion cuisine. Mexican cuisine has to be one of my favorite besides Italian. And this family also loves anything that has to do with guac, cheese, you name it, they're happy. I will be using some tortilla. The kids will be having some tacos. I rather the fajita style, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with all of you. Hi Jenny, my love, how are you? Hi guys, thanks for joining. So I want to share with you how I'm seasoning my meat. What you'll need is chicken cutlet, but this is basic for any type of meat that you want to create. Today again, I'm going to be adding some Mexican spice. I've been accustomed to cooking with a little bit of variety as far as seasonings are concerned, so my family are okay with me using this one. Feel free to take a screenshot, as well as this one from Trader Joe's. And if you guys don't have this, you can always go and look for chili. I'll tell you the ingredients in these. So you'll need chili pepper, red bell pepper, salt. That's pretty much the ingredient on that one, on the chili lime, and you need some lime. And then this one has salt, chili pepper, cheese, chipotle, and cumin. Okay, so I'm using that. I have some paprika, some salt, pink Himalayan salt, oregano, that almost fell. We are live from the Cocina de Ascona, garlic powder, because guess what? Some days we have the garlic mahao, and other days we don't have time to do that. So we just make it work with what we have. Onion powder, turmeric powder, and then this is for later. Before starting the video, I actually cleaned the meat. I sliced it, I cleaned it, and I usually have this at home. I like to clean my meats with lemon juice. So I wanted to share that with you. It kind of takes away the smell and the lime, you know, all that jazz. In any case, you need your chicken. I'm gonna start with salt. Now, you guys always want me to share my recipes, and this is the best way that I can share them with you because I don't measure. Yes, that's how my mom taught me, and it was the base of me starting this whole thing in the kitchen when I was younger. She made me learn, and the way that she taught me was by measuring everything. And then after a while, you cook so long and we're always in the kitchen. I know that I am. I kind of got used to just eyeballing it and then tasting it as I go. So I'm not sure what kind of cook you are, but that's just who I am. So I'm using this amount of salt. Now a lot of times people are kind of shocked that I still use salt, that I still use oregano, that I still season my meats the way that I would normally, and I find, why not? I think that healthy eating, this is oregano, I'm gonna sprinkle it. I put the light just to see if it helps. So I sprinkle it all over because you want to make sure that it covers the meat you're seasoning. So this is chicken cutlet for those of you joining me. I just sprinkled some oregano from the motherland. I'm going to put this here so I don't do double. I already put salt, oregano. I'm going to go with the garlic. Now the garlic truly is divine. You need it. Most of the time, as I said, I use garlic mahao. What is that? Real garlic cloves, and I mash it. But today I have garlic powder, and it's just as good. So I just sprinkled it. You see, it's coming together pretty nicely. Paprika for coloring. I love paprika. After I encountered it, I love it. A lot of people use sazon accent. I don't recommend it. It has MSG. You don't need it, your family doesn't need it, and you can go and Google what it contains. MSG is something that you don't need in your life. So what you want to do from the adobo bottle is turn it over, just as I shared in the beginning of the video, and go in the back of it, and that's literally what I did. I took out the ingredients that I like the flavor of, minus the MSG, and that's why I had so many different seasoning in the kitchen because I don't want to lose sight of flavor. Healthy eating should not be boring. It should not be bland or colorless. This is garlic powder. Again, sprinkle it all over. You kind of eyeball it with the amount of meat you have. Then we're gonna mix it in and then you'll taste it. If you need a little bit more, then you add. Turmeric, because we all need this, is anti-inflammatory, it's great for us. And then what I love, check this out. The color, it's already there, and if you smell it, it's delicious. And you're ready. The aroma of it all is just amazing. This I'm gonna go light on because it does have a kick. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit. And then for me, I'll probably add more later on. Some chili lime. And I think that makes a pretty good seasoned meat. Now, if you're curious to know the ingredients that I just used, go on after this on my story and you'll see a picture, take a snap of it, and you'll kind of know what I'm using. Right now, it's some pink Himalayan salt, turmeric, ground onion, garlic, oregano, paprika, salt, and then these two magic potions that I found at Trader Joe's. I hope you guys find this helpful. It is Cinco de Mayo, so in this house we are going to celebrate it the best way that we can. I'm actually wearing very bright colors. My son is kind of worried for me. He's like, why are you, where are you going? I'm like, well, I'm here, but my mind is at the beach somewhere drinking a margarita. You know, we may be quarantined, but we don't need to be quarantined indoors. We need to be free and we need to choose joy. And that's what I'm choosing during this time. How about you? How are you guys holding up? Thanks for joining. I can't say hello because my hands are a little bit preoccupied. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding limon. Now, if you don't have limon, a lot of people like to use apple cider vinegar. I like the apple cider vinegar, but for the vegetables, like the onions, the peppers. But for the meat, I like to put some fresh lime. I gotta wash my hands. Ask questions, feel free. I'll be right back. So I wanted to share the recipe because I find that the seasoning of the meat is the base of everything. If your meat tastes good, everything else is just an add-on flavor and just taste. So look, the color already, and if you guys can smell it, it's just divine. And I just realized that I forgot the pepper. Don't mind my pimple. It's part of life, right? I'm grateful to be a woman. Hi everyone. It happens to the best of us. It looks beautiful, but it tastes delicious. And best of all, I don't feel deprived. I don't believe in omitting food groups. If you have been following me for a while, you know that it hasn't been an overnight, that I haven't released the 85 pounds by starving or limiting myself or restricting myself from enjoying the foods that I love and enjoy. Now, here's one thing. I'm going to be using gloves. I used the gloves before I started the video to chop up some fresh vegetables. And what I have here is some green peppers, red peppers, and red onions. All very good for us, flavorful, colorful, crunch effect. What we need right now, loaded with nutrients. Food is medicine. Vitamin C that we need so much. So I diced that up before starting. And, now I'm making a mess. And now I'm gonna mix the meat, but I wanna use gloves because I've been taking care. I don't know if you guys, caramba. The light helps for the meat, but not for my nails. You see that? That is miracles right there. You know why? Because I've been taking care of my claws. And the way I've been doing that is drinking collagen for the skin and nails, which is actually on sale this month. If you guys see my morning stuff. When I start my day, I start with collagen. This is actually on sale until Sunday, so if you're interested, let me know. I send out some emails if you are on my mailing list, and I drink it along with my pre-workout. And it's helped me tremendously as far as nails, my skin. Yes, time of the month does come into play, but hair, skin, hair, I'm good. I'm happy and I'm thankful for it all. So right now I'm just gonna mix it in, and I'm using gloves because it prevents the seasoning from going inside my cuticles, and I'm just trying to prevent and take care and keep as healthy as possible. Now this right here, Madeline, come check this out. Because we got excited over food.
Can I taste it?
It's a family affair. Your hands are clean? It's a family affair. And I think that once your family understands that food is medicine, it should taste delicious, and it should be good for you. It should make you feel good when you eat it. So when I use these type of condiments, I don't feel bloated after eating it. And I think that a lot of times when we eat a lot of food that are loaded with MSG, like I mentioned, sazon accent, adobo, the sopita Nor, they're so loaded with crap that it makes you feel crappy afterwards. It tastes good in your mouth, but it doesn't make you feel good. So this right here, the ingredients I just shared with you, taste good, they make you feel good after, and hey, you feel better. They don't affect the waistline.
Okay,
This is
can I
good
taste
protein, yes. Might be spicy, a little bit.
It tastes really good. Really, really good. Can I take a pepper?
Can you take a pepper? Yes. She likes raw vegetables. And I'm here for it. Look, if I can be a positive influence in those children's lives, then you know what? My job is getting done. I'm grateful for it all. I'm grateful for this journey because I've learned that food is a blessing. It's not the enemy. We shouldn't deprive ourselves from eating the foods that we love. Taking off the gloves. We shouldn't deprive ourselves from the food that we love. We shouldn't deprive ourselves from eating. There's no starvation, no restrictions. And once you incorporate that lifestyle, it spills over to your kids because, quite honestly, they follow you. You are the leader. And in this home, it's not that I'm perfect, but I try my best to instill in them a love for health and fitness because I've seen firsthand what happens if you don't. And right now, I'm just putting in the chicken. I'll show you. I put some oil. So that's the sound. Let me see. See that? I don't believe in deprivation, but I also know what it's like. I also know what happens when you lose sight of health. And you always hear me say it's so much more than the number on the scale. Is how you feel. Because guys, you can be a size 0. And if you're starving yourself to look a certain way, or if you're depriving yourself or feeling crappy in your own skin, then that's not healthy either. We need to start shifting our mindset. And I think that we're all getting lessons in all of this, I hope, I pray. That as a community, as a society, worldwide, we start incorporating healthier habits that are going to see us through the most difficult times of our lives. So, as you can tell, I just prepped it in such a way that the heat is going around. As far as the pot is concerned, I'm going to cover it, and I want to flip it over. Everybody has their way of cooking. This is mine. And I'll just show you how divine this looks. And then once this is cooked, I'm going to put it on a wooden, ¿cómo le dice eso? Una tabla. And then I'm going to dice up the chicken. I'm going to saute the peppers. I'm going to drizzle some more salt. Maybe use some salsa. I'll add some vinegar. And we'll have ourselves a blast. The kids are going to have this with tacos on the side and vegetables. They love spring mix. and spring mix and spinach. And then I'm gonna have some cabbage. You can add more vegetables, the vegetable that you prefer or that you have available at home. Right now, we can't be picky. Right now, we gotta work with what we have. Hence, why I have this as my backup. For moments when I don't have el ajo. I forgot that in English. Please forgive me. Ajo majao, garlic. Garlic cloves. Fresh garlic. That's the word. Kinda. So what I'll have is, I'm gonna have some of my favorite wraps. I'll add some Mexican cheese because life without cheese is just, boring. I'm not against dairy. Some wok. I'll add all that goodness, have myself a delicious meal that won't make me feel guilty, that's filled with flavor, that is going to allow me to feed my family so I'm not cooking double. My prayer to you is that whatever health journey you choose to take on, it doesn't bring or add stress to your life. This lifestyle has been heaven sent for me. It's been total freedom. I've been able to incorporate healthy living, enjoy the reaps of that because I've released the 85 pounds, I've kept it off. And for the past 3 years, I can honestly say, heart in my hand, that I've maintained the healthy journey. I haven't gone completely out of whack. Yes, I've gained my 5-10 pounds because stress is part of life and it happens to all of us. Life happens. But it's not a matter of me looking at a healthy lifestyle as a diet because it no longer has an expiration date. My goal and my prayer for you is that whatever, and I hope that I can enlighten you in that, whatever journey you take on, let it fill you, let it edify you, let it bring you more blessings that you can then give on to others and to yourself, and then be the best version of yourself. And food is not the enemy, so it's not about size. You can be a size 20. I've been in size 16, 18, and I've also been a size 2. All different sizes, right? We're all different shapes and forms, and we all have our own, history with food and how we feel about ourselves and our own skin and so forth. But after all that is put to the side, I'm not even looking at the physical. I'm talking about what's happening inside. How are your vitals? How are you feeling? If you're feeling deprived, if you're feeling that food is just boring, or that it's an added stress for you to lead a healthy lifestyle, then we need to talk because it shouldn't be that way. This is freedom. This is freedom to me. I don't need to drink any pills, pop in some frozen foods. I've been there, I've done that. I don't have to count calories and I don't have to count points because that was annoying for me. I know that when I did that, I actually just would eat during lunch. I would eat all of my points. I think at that time it was 22 points that I was allowed it, and I hated it. And you shouldn't hate living healthy. You know what I mean? Sorry, I have to wash my hands, and then I'm going to wrap it up. But I want to show you how the meat is looking. I covered it. But yeah, invest in your health. I think that's the best investment we can all do. I know that Mother's Day is around the corner. I know that we are now blessed with more roles to cover, more responsibilities to do on a day-to-day basis. And guys, I'm a testament of that. You can get lost in the shuffle and you can be flowing from a place of scarcity. And what I mean by that is when you're feeling drained, when you're feeling defeated, when you're not feeling comfortable in your own skin because you're just not at the energy level that you should be. And this goes for all shapes and sizes again, because you can be a size 0 and not be able to walk up the stairs because you don't have the stamina, the endurance to see it through. So make sure that wherever you are right now, in your home, working from home, wherever you are, that you take a self-inventory and say, with all of this that's happening, where am I and where do I want to go? This is Cinco de Mayo. Yes, we're celebrating a holiday that is not even celebrated in Mexico. God bless America. But look, I love the food and I could eat Mexican any day. I wish I can go to Dos Caminos in the city. Oh. Black, ¿cómo es? Sombrero negro. Like, I can go on. Ooh, Cinco Burros in Austin Street here in Queens. Like, I am a Mexican cuisine lover, and I digress. But where I'm going with all of this, let the holidays come and go. Let this pandemic go. But don't go with the pandemic, and don't create a new problem that you don't have. Make sure that you check in on yourself, because you know that you're able to now. You can take control. It's Cinco de Mayo again. It's the 5th chapter of 2020, and we can take control of our thoughts, how we choose to take the day, how we choose to nurture ourselves, how to fuel our bodies, and what we think of and what we choose to kind of bring into our lives. And if those things that you're bringing in are not serving you in any way, then it's time for you to start subtracting and start adding more blessings to your life that can see you through moments where you feel that it's just never ending. So my prayer to you is that we celebrate life, that we embrace flavor, that we embrace health, because health is not boring. It's boring if you make it so, and I'm sorry, but that is the truth. Sorry, not sorry. I think that I eat more than what I share because people don't believe it. Yes, it's veggies most, but the flavor's there, and when I enjoy it, I have my own moments, because food is meant to be enjoyed. Health is beautiful, and it looks good on everyone. It's a size fits all for all. So make sure that you're fueling your body with medicine, that you're feeling good, and if you're not, then we need to talk, okay? All right, I'll leave you to it, but before I go, yes, it makes me happy. You guys see that? The color, the flavor. So Adeline tasted it, and I'm teaching her how to cook. That's the age that my mom started teaching me how to cook. And I want to kind of instill the same onto her, so that she then can, feed herself and her family in the future. I also want to teach Elias at that age. He has a few more years to go. But I think it's important. I think that my best memories come from having dinner with the family and a big table and just enjoying ourselves. And if I can instill that in them, as my mom did to me, I've just given them a different kind of look, which is having more veggies on the table and knowing that it's so much more than iceberg lettuce. But my mom did the best she could, and I am forever grateful for her. She taught me. So you look at that. I kind of mixed it in, and now I'm gonna take a taste. My limoncito. Truly divine. I wish you guys were here. I will show you the final when it's done. Till then, my friends, I will leave you. Have a great day. Have a great, fantastic Cinco de Mayo. Celebrate the best way that you can. Have fun with the filters. If you have TikTok, like my daughter does, enjoy TikTok. I might partake, but I think I'm gonna do an art class that Elias has been pushing to the side, and it's all about Frida Kahlo. The unibrow artist, Mexican. I loved her story. Powerful woman. But again, that's for another day, another topic. Until then, my friends, be blessed in health. And if you're curious to know how I've managed to do this journey, because it hasn't been perfect, it's been like this. But looking back, and if you've seen my stories, I went from black hair, like losing it all, gaining it all, and then getting back on the journey and embracing health, embracing food, and understanding that perfection is overrated, that time will never be perfect, that every Monday will come, but if you don't choose to show up on a Wednesday, it means nothing. Is that constant commitment to showing up to yourself just the way that you show up to your kids, your work, your friendships, your parents, your family, because that's basically it. It's commitment. And if you've ever lacked commitment in relationships, then it's time for you to then reconsider what's happening with you. If you can't commit to yourself, then my love, how can you expect anyone to commit to you? If you don't love you, how do you expect someone else to love you? I think that our standards need to be higher, but we also need to stand up and say, you know what? I'm ready. And that's when resilience comes in. That's when you own your brilliance. And what I mean by that is you're allowing yourself to know that you're a masterpiece. And that only means you're not perfect, but in your imperfections, you're beautiful. So be blessed. Let's show up like we've never shown up to our lives. Let's use this time to serve us and create wellness that lasts forever. Talk to you guys later. My next mentorship starts May 11th. Don't hold back. I share all of this because this has served my life, and my wish and prayer is that you embrace it, that you lead it, and that you too can create your own blueprint to success. Be blessed and health, guys.